Hello, welcome to Surrey Crafting. My name is Heather. I'm a knitter and a crocheter and I live in Surrey with my fiance and my two small children. I'm a teaching assistant and I have been for 9 years and I work in a special needs school in London. I hope everyone is well and I have a podcast episode for you today. I just wanted to apologise for being quite absent lately. These past few weeks have been extremely hectic for us as a family, but we are okay. Obviously there was no podcast last week because it was mine and my son's birthday, so we had a little party. That was lovely. The day before, on Saturday, me and Jack went to Bracknell, not for any particular reason. I just wanted to change the scenery and it was nice. We just walked around and we ended up going to this garden centre which had a antique shop and a yarn shop. I didn't buy anything, but I took some video footage up it in the end. And it was very nice, very cozy, and yeah, just nice to go somewhere different. If you're new here, I work part-time, so Monday to Wednesday, so Thursday is my first day off, and that's usually when I do vlogs. But these few weeks, Thursdays have just been extremely hectic and I haven't been able to vlog. Long story short, my son will be starting school in September after nearly 2 years now of battling. We are finally getting somewhere. So my son has autism. He's been diagnosed for a long time. He was quite young because it is profound autism. Basically in the UK, if your child needs to go to a special needs school, then they need to have an EHCP, which is an educational healthcare plan. And this basically underlines what the child needs and what they're entitled to based on their disability. So ages ago, when he was 3, we put in the application for that. We got it in really early, hoping he would start reception the following year. Our case got sent to a backlog case officer. So a case officer deals with your case and helps you with the EHCP, but ours got sent to a backlog case officer to help with backlog from the pandemic. Unfortunately, due to various people not doing their jobs properly, our EHCP was wrong. It didn't go through and it didn't get finalised. We unfortunately got lied to a lot and blamed for a lot of things. But then we got assigned to a proper case officer who did push everything through. I do find this quite difficult to talk about, but I know I'm not the only person this has happened to. So where my son should have been going to reception last September, because he didn't have an EHCP, they said technically he can't. I informed them that I would not be accepting this and I will be taking legal action, and they basically said if I choose a private nursery that I'm happy with, they will pay for that. So that is what we opted to do because there wasn't really any other options. But now he is of compulsory school age, he has to go to school. I don't mean like he has to, like if I didn't want him to, he didn't have to. But in terms of the law, you do need to go to school when you are compulsory school age. So things are finally moving. We've been going to visit schools. We've had a lot of meetings and a lot of appointments, a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, just trying to push things, finalise things, different professionals doing their final assessment and sending it off. And I'm hoping that this time next week we will have a final finished placement in a special school, and this will be over because it has been very, very difficult. But nonetheless, I try to remain positive. I know my rights as a parent and I know my child's rights as a child who's entitled to education. And yeah, sorry if that's a bit boring. Please skip ahead if you don't want to listen to that, but that's where we stand. So things have been hectic, but they are moving in the right direction and I'm really, really happy about that. Anyway, this week's podcast, I do have some finished objects. I have a new cast on and I do have some acquisitions, some of which are from my birthday. I just want to say that now I am on half term. So my last working day was the Wednesday just been, and I'm on half term for a week. So that would be nice to spend with the children and get some crafting done. So moving on to finished objects. My first one is the Flax Dk. This is a pattern by Tin Can Knits and I have knit the size 1 to 2 for my friend's baby. I used Yarnsmith's Create DK in the colour Light Lilac and that is Wool Warehouse own brand of yarn, and it's 100% acrylic. I'm really happy with it. I have done the garter ridges on the sleeves going all the way down, and I have bound off with a super stretchy bind off. I just find that's the best for baby stuff because you can get on and off really easily and it allows plenty of stretch. This is a free pattern. All of the Flax collection are free. I've made the Flax worsted before for my own children, but I've actually never made the Flax Dk. So this is the first one, and I'm really, really happy with that, and I will definitely be making this again. The yarn as well, this is the first time using the yarn. It's been washed in the washing machine, and I think it's come out really, really lovely. It's very soft and drapey and easy to clean, which is perfect for a baby. So that is my first finished object. My next finished objects, they do make me laugh because out of nowhere, I just saw this and I decided I need to make it, and I stopped everything to make these. So these are scrappy granny square chickens. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love them. They're just so random. So they just popped up, the designer of this one, which I'll put on the screen because I don't know from the top of my head what it is. It just popped up, a video of it, and I thought, I need to make that. So I made this one first, and you just crochet 2 granny squares, and then you just sew them together, stuff it, add the eyes and everything, and then you're left with this really cute chicken, and I just think they're so fun. So I made this one. And this is the leftover yarn from my fox that I done last week for Make Me Raw. So it's Rikurumi DK cotton. So there's that one. And they just sit so nicely. So cute. And then after I'd done this one, I got a bit obsessed. But then I saw the video for this one. And I thought, oh, I need to make that. It's a different video, so I will put it on the screen and link it down below. And this one's slightly bigger than the other one, so let me hold them up together. Oh goodness me, I'm dropping chickens. So let me hold them up together. So this one's definitely quite a bit bigger, and this is as well using scraps just from my stash. I have a lot of cotton scraps, and they're just so fun to make, and they're so easy, and I would definitely be making more. I'm going to enter these into Kaylee from Home Teen Knit. She's doing a spring into, what is it? Spring into scrap make along, where you use your scraps to make things, and I'm going to enter this into her make along because I just think they're so fun. And my daughter's already tried to steal them, so I'm going to make her her own one because these are mine. The only thing with this one is that I've sewn it a bit rubbish. So this is actually the beginning and the end of the round, which on this one is here. So I think next time I definitely match them up so they're on the bottom and not as visible, because that little bit is stressing me out. I have got safety eyes in them. These ones have got glittery ones. I'm not sure if you can see. Yellow glittery ones. And then these ones are just black ones. I think when I make it again, I'm going to make this one just because up here you make these really, really long stitches, which is like a quadruple double crochet or something like that. It's a US term, and they were just so fun to do. So yeah, these are just so fun and so easy to do. I absolutely love them. So these are the crochet chickens, and I will link the videos down below and put what the patterns are on the screen. But I'm really happy with them, and they're my other finished objects. Now moving on to WIBs. I of course have my Northeasterly blanket because it's not like that's going to be finished anytime soon. The last time I showed you, I was adding in this orange from the Copper Kettle Fibre and Floss, but I was I think I was only about here. So I've added all of that until I ran out. So it's a long strip of this beautiful bright orange. And then I've added this yarn, which is the Rosie's Moments Mother's Day yarn. And I am quite close to the top, so I am close to finishing the 5th row, and then I can get started on the 6th row. This is a pattern from Cardigan, and it is a 4-ply blanket. So I'm knitting the entire thing on 2.75mm needles and all in leftover sock yarn scraps that I have, or minis that I have. And it is huge. It's the length of my double bed, and I want to make it as wide as my double bed. So it's going to take a long time, but I absolutely love it and I never get tired of it. And I hope I don't ever get tired of it. But yeah, that is my first whip. This is going to be a whip for a very long time. My next whip is a new cast on. So I cast on the Poppy Cardigan from Knitting for Olive. And I started this on Friday and it's now Sunday. And I think I've done loads. I have been a bit obsessed with it, so that explains why. So this is a cardigan which has ruffles at the bottom. If you can see that, let me hold the back of it to you just so you can see it. So it's got all these beautiful ruffles and yeah, it's been very interesting. The button band is knitted within the cardigan, so you don't go back, you just knit it as you go. Gosh, I'm making a right mess out of this. So yeah, here's the button bands with the actual holes. So they've got 4 holes. And then after you've done that, you bind off with a I-cord bind off, which I've never done before. So I actually done that last night and it was interesting. I definitely had to watch a video, which I just YouTubed. There was loads of videos to get the hang of it and know what I'm doing. But I managed it. And then you go into the back of the I-cord on the wrong side and you pick up over 200 stitches, which is quite tricky, to be honest, because there is not a space for every stitch. So you end up going between stitches to pick them up. But after you pick all that up, you then knit short rows to make these ruffles, and it feels like forever, but I think it's a really, really nice effect. And now I am on the first sleeve. I'm getting in a right angle. I'm doing magic loop for the sleeve. Not my favourite, but that's too small to use a circular needle. So we're getting there. So this is an Aran weight yarn. So the yarn I'm using is Yarn Smith's Create Aran in the colour Rose Pink. And again, this is Wool Warehouse's own brand. And I'm really happy with the colour. I think it's very pretty and it's knitting up very fast and it feels nice and soft. So with sizing, I have chose to do size 2 years. My daughter is 3, but she is very slim. So I was thinking more the measurement of her chest than that. If I'd done the size 4 years, which is the next size up, it would be so big on her, like she wouldn't be able to wear it. But what I have done is I've knit the length of the 4-year one just because she is quite tall. So she's very slim and very tall. So I've made this widthways, it's size 2 years, but lengthwise it's size 4 years. So the pattern is a paid for pattern off of Ravelry. I wouldn't say it's the most detailed pattern. So some of the techniques that I've never done before, like the I-cord, bind off, and there is some grafting at some points, I've had to search on YouTube myself, and they don't actually have a video Knitting for Olive for some of the stuff. So I just have to watch anybody's video to help me out, which is fine. But I feel like if you are a beginner, that might be quite tricky for you. But I am absolutely loving it and it looks gorgeous on my daughter so far. I have been trying it on as I go, so I can just make sure I'm doing the right length and that. But yeah, I'm hoping that'll be finished soon because I do only have 2 sleeves to go, and then I can get some pretty buttons for it and it will be finished for her to wear. I'm sure she can wear this anytime, even if it's summer, because the evenings do get chilly and she can just put this on top of a dress or something. So yeah, that is the Poppy Cardigan by Knitting for Olive. That is all my whips and my finished objects. Now I'm going to move on to some acquisitions. So the first lot aren't really acquisitions. Obviously I've acquired them, but as gifts for my birthday. And I did get some crafty bits and bobs that I quite like to show you. So I will start with that. So for my birthday, I got some little bits and bobs that I absolutely love and I just really wanted to show. So the first one, lovely Kaylee from Home Teen Knit sent me. She sent me this gorgeous card which has a beautiful cupcake on the front. I love cupcakes. And inside it says, "Happy birthday to you," from Kaylee. And I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. she also sent me her Home Tea Knits stitch marker. I'm not sure if you can see that. I can get it out. So this is the Home Tea Knits logo, and she asked me what colour I'd like, and I said pink. And it's a little teacup and saucer with tea in it, and it's got a gold clasp, and it's got this little leaf, and this is just so beautiful. Kaylee is such a kind soul. She is an amazing person. She is such a beautiful soul, and I really, really appreciate it. So Kaylee, if you're watching, this means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So my best friend is also a crafter. She does cross stitch, and she gave me a gift, and I was not expecting what she got me. So I will show you that she got me this card. I think she got it from Etsy, but it's so fun. I just had to show you. And it says, happy birthday to my favourite nutter. And nutter is crossed out, and instead of nutter, it's knitter. I am a nutter and a knitter, but you know, if you had to choose one, I guess I am a nutty knitter. But on the front, it's actually got knitting, so it's like these tiny little needles with a bit of knitting on that's stuck on there, and I just think that is so fun, and I will keep this forever because I absolutely love it. My lovely friend also got me a gift voucher for Black Sheep wool, or is it Black Sheep yarn? If I open it, it will say yes, it's a gift card for Black Sheep wools, and I will be spending that. Unfortunately, they are 5 hours away from me, so it's not like I can drive there, even though I'd love to. But I will be spending it online, and that has £20 on it. So she is such a kind friend. And then the last thing she got me, which I actually nearly cried, is this beautiful card with her cross stitch on it. She is such a talented cross stitcher. And it's a gnome that looks like a cupcake, with a little cupcake next to it, and she knows how much I absolutely love cake, and it says happy birthday, and inside is just a birthday message. This is just stunning. I absolutely love it, and I'm so grateful to her. My best friend, she is twice my age, so she has sons that are my age, but we get along like a house on fire, and we always have, and she's always there for me and my children. And to get such a beautiful handmade gift from her just means the absolute world from me. And I just appreciate it so much. So that's little birthday bits I got. And then stuff I've purchased, I will just quickly show you. So if you're signed up for the Hobbycraft Club card thing, on your birthday you get a £5 voucher. So I thought I'll go and see what they got. And they had this Hobbycraft, Knitcraft by Hobbycraft, the perfect pair sock yarn, which is 100 grams of 4-ply. It's 75% wool and 25% nylon. So this was actually half price. So instead of being £8.30, they were £4.15 each, I believe. So I ended up getting 2 of them. So I got this one, which is pastel stripes, and I got this one, which is bright stripes. So with my £5 voucher, these were £3 something for both of these. So I'm really, really happy with that. And they were going to making some beautiful stripy socks for myself, because I always need new socks. So that is all I have for you today. I hope everyone has a fantastic week, whatever you're doing, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.